What's up, y'all? I'm back with another video, and this is day 68 out of prison and in work release. And last night when I was at work, a young guy walked up to me and said, "Hey, Jay, have you ever been in jail?" And in that moment, when you get asked something like that, everything slows down like the Matrix, right? And you question, how do I answer this question? But if I say I'm living my truth and I'm embracing my journey, then there's only one obvious answer. The answer is yes. I have to assume that he asked me that question because he already knows the answer or he already has information. So there's no sense in me lying. And at the end of the day, if I tell you yes and you decide to move differently around me or it affects our relationship, working relationship, I'm okay with that because I'd rather you make that decision based on that information than you make that decision based on me being perceived as a liar. And, I'm not going to have fear about how my truth or my life affects how you feel, right? And, when I told him yes, he's like, man, it seems like everybody here has been in jail. Because, mind you, there's a few people at the restaurant, that have also been in incarcerated type situations are currently in work release. So, you can't allow fear of other people's opinions to affect how you feel about yourself. Because if I'm living a lie or I'm dancing around people, then, I don't feel good. Now, granted, all information is not for everybody, and everything is not for everybody. So we're not going to discuss, me and him are not going to discuss the who, what, why, or when because we don't have that type of relationship. But in that moment, I felt it was best to tell you the truth because I'm going to have to assume you already know the truth because this is public information. So, one thing we have to do is control our narrative. You get to control your life. You get to control how you present yourself. People deal with me based on the way of how we interact, how I make them feel, and how I carry myself, right? If that changes based on something that you find out about me that you may not agree with, you don't like, I'm okay with that because every relationship is not sustainable. Every relationship doesn't have to be a deep relationship. But one thing that has to be true is I got to live my truth, right? And that's something that we all need to do. Stop having fear about how people are going to perceive you because of who you are. Continue to be you and continue to live your life. That's what I'm doing, so you do the same.